tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yeah, hey there AfterBuzzers, welcome back to AfterBuzz TV's Quantico After Show. We're here breaking down Season 1, Episode 14, Answer.
Yeah.
My name is Isaac Johnson. You can follow me on Twitter at Isaac Johnson or Instagram, The Isaac Johnson, and I am joined once again by the Italian stallion herself, Andrea Fasano.
I mean, I don't mind being called a stallion.
Sure,
right?
yeah,
That's
right.
fine.
I think it's cool.
Hi guys, I'm Andrea Fasano. Thank you so much for watching, and you can follow me on all social media, specifically Twitter and Instagram at Andy Fasano.
Probably also,
I'm getting caught up in wires down here.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh my God. Okay, there
Don't
we go.
do that. All of the other social medias. What are the other social medias? There's only two of them.
Periscope,
Periscope,
Snapchat,
okay.
which that's more like I'm hardly on there, but I Periscope, so I like it.
Well, go ahead and follow her on there so she can not check those.
Right.
Apparently, that's what's going to happen.
Just Snapchat. Definitely Twitter and Instagram. For sure.
Definitely all those things. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave us a comment. We read your comments.
Yeah.
I respond to your comments, even all those about the volume of my voice. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Andrea, how'd you feel about this episode?
I felt all the things
You
about
felt
this episode.
a lot of feels? Tell us about some of the feels.
A lot of feels. One is, can I get more of Caleb?
You may, probably. It seems like he
Isaac,
will continue to be in episodes.
I know, which I'm excited about because he's not in the future future
They
flash
did reference.
forwards.
They did reference. No one's heard from him in a while.
Exactly.
Right?
Oh, since the bombing. So
Since the bomb went off.
I do not get like this about actors or people in show. Like, I don't. Like, I was never in the Brad Pitt bandwagon. Like,
Wow.
I don't get
That's
like
a bandwagon that even I'm on.
Right? I know. I don't get like that. I adore Caleb.
I'm starting to pick that up.
And I like his little alter ego too.
Mark Raymond.
Super excited to find out more about that whole storyline. It's scaring me a little bit because I think it's just feeding into my theory that he does have something to do with everything.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm praying and hoping that he doesn't, but
Well, I would save my prayers for something
Right?
of consequence.
Yes,
but
I agree.
whatever you want to use them for. And also, you get plenty of him shirtless, like almost in every episode. There's like
Tons.
Oh, Caleb needs to put on other clothes. Let's change his clothes.
I just think he's
one more
so
time.
cute.
It's also cool that he doesn't shave, man. He's a real man.
He is a real man.
I thought this episode was very cool. I thought we'd get a little bit more about Natalie, to be honest, but we didn't get a lot about her.
She's gone.
Especially, she's gone, so who
Bye.
cares? You don't care about her, but the fans do care about her. I thought we would, because, she died, and she was all up in tears at the end of the episode there, and okay, well, she died, and okay.
That was a pretty rough death, too. She exploded.
Yeah, I thought so, but I thought this was great. A lot of themes here about justice for victims and people who need to move on or let go of something, and that whole thing. Really cool. So let's jump right on into this.
There's a lot to talk about.
There are a lot of things to talk about. Let's talk about Nima and Raina first. Because they got a lot of trust issues going on there.
I know.
But we had some light shed on what exactly, or sort of, I guess, to some degree, what's going on. She's undercover for this cell that is gathering weapons in the past. We don't know how that plays into the future yet, I don't think.
No, and still confusing because Charlie is still technically involved somehow. Or I'm only going off of that one sentence that
line,
they said about Miranda's being right about her son.
Right. And we haven't seen him yet. I'd like to catch up with him, but yeah.
Right. And I think just with the way that this show is written, that it kind of gives you those obvious clues like that. So I might be right. But yeah, we knew, Raina's undercover and Nima's just trying to find out why she's lying and what's going on. But I'm worried that Nima's going to get in the way and mess it up and somehow, I mean, we know what happens obviously in present day, but I'm sure that just feeds into why they don't talk to each other.
Sure. I mean, I'm kind of wondering, like, what she, obviously she knows that Nima knows something's going on behind her back, and she's checking out her phone or text messages. Apparently she knows her unlocked code for her phone.
So it's like she doesn't trust
her. Was it
her
a birthday or something?
Right. I don't like that she doesn't respect her sister's space.
Yeah, this is my thing. Yeah.
Now, mind you, I have a sister, so I totally understand that because I'm older and I get that. You feel protective, you feel possessive, like you feel like because you're family, you have the right, but you don't. So
is it maybe specifically that thing? She thinks she's going to protect her from harming herself.
Right.
Because even at the end of the episode there, she's asking her, she's like, okay, Miranda knows all about it, and all that comes out, and she's like, well, I guess I'm going to go talk to Miranda, but maybe I'm not going to. And then she kind of, Raina pleads with her to go talk to her. And then it's almost like, it seems like she thinks she's protecting her from something specific, but I don't know. Can't you just believe her?
I know. They're both at Quantico together. They got in together. So I don't. It's weird. And it kind of makes me go, what is this about? Like,
where's the
storyline going? Yeah.
Yeah, I got to think that it somehow ties. I mean, obviously, I hope it ties into the bigger story. Otherwise, what would the point of that be? But there was also an interesting little parallel scene with like Caleb getting ready and his sort of alter ego, and then Raina getting ready as well before she goes over to the house with all the guns.
Yes, that was cool.
So I thought, okay, they're trying to tell us something here. What is it? What is it, boy? Tell us, Lassie. Can't tell. I don't know. An old reference for any of those watching the Lassie reruns. I'm up there with you. But I don't know. Did you get anything from that as far as that they're both sort of living some sort of double life?
No, I think that's exactly what it was. Kind of the double life mixed with the other agents trying to figure out what their secret is. Kind of watching them and just the whole parallel storyline.
Sure.
But
because you have Mr. Robot there catching up with Caleb and his story and sort of outing him, and then Caleb getting uncomfortably close to him.
So sexy.
He didn't seem to like that.
I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, you like what you like.
Right.
But he was all up in his grill, and him sort of, like letting him know, I'm on to you, man. But then there was like a moment where he gets like the money back from Samar.
But it was only $5,000.
Okay.
And what does she need? She needs him to do.
I thought it was the $5 million, but no.
Was it million?
I didn't see. It was so fast.
I didn't either. I know.
I assumed it would be the mill because it's like here's what like it's not even 10% of $5 million or something. It's like
but couldn't they not find each other? Couldn't they not find them? Didn't they disappear?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he finds them. How? He has his ways.
That's a question we need an answer to.
Yes.
Like the name of this episode.
Right.
Guess no one picked that up. We all did. Thank you for answering, studio audience. Yeah, I don't know. There was. I
feel like we needed the fake applause music there.
I know. What happened? What happened in the booth? No fake applause.
There we go.
There it is. Thanks so much. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor. All right, enough.
That was good. That's so
enough
good.
in the booth. Gosh. Oh, so the Caleb storyline with him and Will there. Will had like not much to do in this episode, or Mr. Robot as we called him. But I do like him being on to what Caleb was doing. And it's sort of pointing to him maybe being a little dirty, which I knew you probably wouldn't like that.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
No.
But I'm excited to see what and how that plays out. And he can be in every episode if it's going to be about him and it's going to play out. But
and his shirt is off as well.
Well,
I don't think he'll mind that.
But and back to him and
Raina or Shelby?
Shelby.
Yeah.
That was interesting. She came around, she learned and grew and, learned a lot about herself and then kind of faced some of her demons, which was great. I thought that was a cool little lesson.
Yeah. Well, I like her apologizing to Caleb and then telling him he missed her. But you stand your ground, man.
Right.
Don't be so easy. Don't roll over.
Well, I love that he said, look, I'll find you.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. He's got some.
While he's in the middle of meeting with his her sister.
He's got some skills that we don't. A particular set of skills that seem to be very useful. And getting money back, I guess, and leading a double life.
Well, it's interesting because that whole story with Samar, I wonder if that has anything to do with the present day bombings and or even the old stuff that he was into. Because that phone call he had was really strange. Right, yeah. So, anyway.
Yeah.
All interested in Caleb's story.
Yeah. I mean, I actually don't want them to get back together. Him and Shelby.
Oh, no.
I don't want that to happen at all. I know you probably have other reasons why you don't want that to happen. Keep them all yourself. But
I just don't want that other girl to come in between
Iris?
them. Yes.
I think I made a prediction about that. It hasn't come up yet, but I think she just likes messing with.
I liked her better in this episode.
Well, speaking for her, Shelby, they have this whole interrogation thing. You got to get a conviction. You can't just use evidence or something to that effect. I think I wrote it down. I can't read my own handwriting. But it seemed like Iris was able to, get through to Shelby for really hanging on to all this stuff about Samar and being duped and being conned and all that sort of thing. And,
let go.
Yeah, obviously she needed to let it go. There, it was, fairly heavy-handed there about that she wouldn't let go of the facts of their case, and we can see that parallel there.
We got it.
Yeah, we figured it out. But it did lead to a nice moment with Iris actually dropping her guard for a little bit there, telling her about her past and her when she came from her country and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was cool. What do you think about that?
I agree, and I did think that was a nice little moment, like you said, like a 5-second guard down. But I was laughing because she was talking about Shelby being like white girl and privileged and rich. When they introduced them, they said Iris is from Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
True.
So you know what she's going to.
Maybe that's just how they relate.
Yeah.
She's like, look,
maybe
I can relate to all those things,
but
except for also being white.
I keep those things like in my head. I'm like, okay, that's funny.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Whatever.
But it was, I don't know, it was cool to see that, them use both. They always seem to use somehow like their training to relate to their real life. So that was,
and a lot of people on YouTube, like you said, commented about that too, with the training, the exercises.
Yeah.
So that was
great. Let's talk about
Liam and Alex.
Liam and Alex. I was going to save them for the end, but we can talk about them.
Really?
Now. Sure, let's talk about it now.
No, whatever I'm just, he's on my brain. I'm so annoyed that Alex slept with him.
Yeah, by the way, they said that blatantly this time. Finally, there was no half reference to it or anything like that.
Finally revealed that he's supposed to be fired, but give his resignation.
Obviously he doesn't. As we know in the present storyline, he's still working for the FBI.
I want him to, just because I don't like where someone gets away with all these things. It's one thing if he just seems to be doing too many wrongs to have a job at that position and be okay. And then, like she said, you're letting this guy go, Drew go, for no real fact or reason. So I don't like that he keeps getting passes, and I don't like he sketches me out. I feel like there's a lot about his past that's secretive, and it's like nobody else has to know about it, but he can keep doing whatever he wants.
Sure.
Right?
I guess I don't know. Maybe there's some collateral damage, if that's the right word, during the FBI operations. It's not.
Maybe.
Nothing is like, as Iris said. Nothing is. There's no neat endings to everything, which is a real nice lesson that Shelby had to learn there. Some tough talk, tough love from Iris. But I don't know.
It's not cut and dry.
It's not cut and dry. Him being related to the whole Alicia thing, selling Panther AR-15s, which I've shot an AR-15 before. Have you ever shot a gun?
A gun, yes. But
yeah, it's like I just remember the instructor giving me a lot of stuff, I'll say, because it's apparently like a pretty weak sauce gun.
Oh, okay.
Not like completely weak sauce, but it's just kind of like, you should be shooting the AK, I guess, was the more manly choice that I didn't choose.
But it was fine.
Yeah, it'll hurt you, I'm sure. No, apparently it will.
As guns do.
Yeah, they do. It'll kill Alicia apparently, but I know that the whole thing with him. I actually was a little more upset that Alex rolled over on him so quickly when he told her that information in confidence.
Yeah. It kind of just came out. I could see how easily that could happen.
She went to go get the info. She went to go get the info, and then she told him right away. And then, although I was like,
she thought it was totally unrelated. So she thought it would not come back to bite her or Liam, and all of a sudden she says it. But her instincts are really good. They said that in a different episode, that she has amazing instincts, and that's why she's there. So, I mean, she wasn't wrong.
Yeah, I guess she wasn't, but it just seemed like when they're talking in the office there, it seemed like he kind of, she asked him to like kind of drop his guard for a minute, and then like the moment he does, the first thing she does is go tell somebody. Good. So then now everybody in the room
Liam
can know.
deserves it.
You think he deserves it?
Yes.
I don't know. I also like, okay, so Drew finds that out, and of course he gets all fired up because he's got his Alicia tattoo that I don't know.
She was pregnant.
Oh yeah, and we
learned that.
Okay, so that was actually proper motivation there. Like he should be that kind of upset, but never get the girl's name tattooed on you. This is
no matter what.
This is always a sign of something going to be
so
over.
Sad.
You just don't want to do it, man.
Yeah.
But I thought for Drew, him, being on the witness stand there, and then, they're questioning him, and he's like, "Yeah, you got to tell the truth up here." And he's like, "Can you tell the truth, Liam?" I'm like, well, let's see where this is going.
Yeah.
But he kind of throws Alex under the bus a little bit there by coming out with it right away, because Liam looks directly at Alex like, "Really? I just told you."
Exactly.
I just told you.
And she's like, "Thank you for trusting me."
Yeah, that was the other thing. She said, "Thank you for trusting me," and then she goes and tells the other guy right away, and then Drew throws her under the bus. If Drew is hoping for a little romance with Alex, I think his chances of that are done.
Gone, yeah.
Because you can't throw her under the bus. You got to be like, I found out through my own detective skills somehow. I don't know.
I think that was it didn't matter, but I have to say that I'm very much like Alex in that way, where if I've heard something, or I don't mean to, but it's just like, you're like, all right. I'm a talker. It comes out.
Not tell you any of my secrets in that case. So I'm like, well, when I was a child, I shot no one.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. It was just a little frustrating to me, because I was like, the three of them together are not keeping each other's trust. I don't know. It was just a little frustrating, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
Drew and Alex. Yeah, I think we just talked about all that. Unless there was something we missed on the two of them, I don't think we did.
No.
Other than that he knows her workout schedule and he misses her in the morning or something like that.
Well, that's why I don't know if that's exactly over. Do you think he's gone? I mean, he's supposed to be done, and he's shooting a gun at the end of the episode.
Yeah, he's getting out his feelings there with his weapon, squeezing his trigger. There's some sort of innuendo there, maybe? No?
Sure.
Could be. Maybe it's just me.
Probably is.
Probably. I don't know. He's not in the present storyline, so I think he could be gone. But there was an interesting point from Liam there about how he get kicked out of the NFL because he's like, nobody made you play football, and you sued the NFL, and now you're gonna blame me for this thing. Which, I mean, I guess it is tied to him. But it's not like I guess he did put the gun in their hands, but he didn't know they were gonna accidentally shoot her. So.
Yeah, of course.
But it was his baby mama. So.
I do agree. I do agree with the fact of what Liam said, that he's not the one who shot her.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah, and he's pouring out. I mean, I guess they could have shot her with another weapon. It just may not have been the one that directly related them.
Well, I just think the whole idea is the fact that the situation happened because of that.
Yeah, well, and at the very least, Liam was trying to do something good to bust these guys, and then they messed up, which is...
But he did say he had the brilliant idea of doing that after a few beers. So I kind of feel like that was sarcasm. Wording... But his alcohol, right, has been a problem for him in the past.
True.
So there's that. But
very true. But yeah, so he's probably gone. Who knows? Simon and Alex.
Yeah.
Biggest part of this episode.
I know. I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
We gotta go into Simon.
We have to. Had himself a nice little shouting match in the forest.
Yeah.
living up there all Hateful Eight style in the woods.
And she even refers to the Revenant.
Yeah, the Revenant.
Crazy.
Which I was like, yeah, no, more Hateful Eight, I think, personally. He was pouring tea. It was like coffee. If you saw that movie, it's a very important story
I didn't
point.
see it.
Oh, it's really good. You should see it.
I want to.
It's excellent. It's one of Tarantino's finest, I believe.
I like that we saw him, and I think that I even made a prediction last week or something about him because of what we saw in the previews, which I gotta stop watching those because then they like infect my brain of what might happen.
They're trying to misdirect you, so it's their job.
Which is fine, but I'm glad he came back around because the teaser from last week made it look like, especially when he went to shoot her, that he was in one of the terrorists. So it was kind of like implying that, and I'm glad that again her instincts were to trust him and have always been to trust him, and she's right. So that's good. Yeah. Plus, I'm glad that he's not a bad guy because I liked him, and I liked him in the flashbacks to earlier episodes. So
yeah, well, he seems to be carrying a lot of a lot of guilt. He blames himself for all those people's deaths. He's even checking the numbers there.
I know.
Living his lone wolf style up there in his cabin. But I don't know. It was, he like sort of pretends that he's going to shoot her. Of course, I mean, he can't do that. She's the lead of the show. That's never going to happen. At least we're going to live with her to the end, I'm pretty sure.
I was waiting for her to do a move on him. Like, throw the gun out of the way, With all the training they have, come on.
Sure. She just knew he wasn't going to do it. I mean, he missed the deer, I guess. I mean, although she said he never misses. But, I mean, obviously he's feeling a lot of guilt because he was trapped by this person that she's now trapped by as well. And she needs him, literally. And it seemed like, as far as storytelling, a good way to pull him back into the story because he's the only one who's had a lot of experience with his voice. Right. I do wonder if he actually knows who the person is or if it was the same kind of thing with phone calls.
I liked, by the way, that someone also agreed with me on YouTube that it's a girl voice.
Oh, that's a girl voice?
That was random, but that's because I thought it was like Natalie or something back in the day.
Yeah, safe to say it's probably not Natalie at this point.
No. But Simon... he had a lot of issues even before. What I was going to just say, actually, was I'm interested to see if Simon helps her and they figure out who these terrorists are and all of that jazz with the big bombings. What happens then with Quantico? Because honestly, the show to me is all of the flashbacks. Like, I love them. And I love learning those storylines.
The past.
Yeah, no matter what they are, whether they make sense to us now or not. But, I'd wonder if that gets resolved because we want it to get resolved this season at least.
Yeah, I have a feeling it probably will to some degree. But he uses the we can exploit this person's weaknesses just because like they need you. I forget the exact line of that, but something about this person needs you, so we can use that because that is a weakness. Actually, Alex points that out. Yeah, I think not him, but he says something too about you have to be willing to kill for something you believe in, which kind of made me think, like, wait, what? Did you catch that line?
Yes. But are you questioning what he believes in?
Yeah, well, also, like, what is he willing to... I don't know, if he's not guilty of these bombings, which I think he's not guilty at this point, I suppose, or he could be the voice, I don't know. Then... what was he talking about? I couldn't figure that part out.
I think there's something in his past at some point where he got involved. I'm sure some of our viewers are gonna be able to comment on this. Yeah,
please do let us know.
Because I know I watched it so long ago. I feel like now, but I definitely caught that line, but I thought it had to do with the stuff that he's done in the past. The stuff actually that Elliot was trying to. Elias, thank you, was trying to expose of him. So, I think that's kind of what it had to do with.
Yeah, perhaps. It felt a little...
because he was so on top.
Yeah. I guess, the show does a good job of, like, misdirecting us to, like, who it could be all the time. Right. But as he was, blaming himself for all the deaths and sort of, like, almost confessing to her, and then him saying, you gotta be willing to kill for something you believe in, I thought, well, that's... kind of the way a terrorist talks.
Right.
So
Right.
that's an interesting
I agree with you.
sort of thing for us to, but it, maybe it's there because it's trying to point us to that, or it's just trying to throw us off the scent.
Well, it definitely did for the time of this episode.
Yeah.
Like throughout,
Yeah, absolutely. We also found out he likes his breakfast with a side of suicide. He puts the gun up to his face
putting it.
says, I do this every morning.
Every
I'm like,
morning.
well, then you should pull that trigger at some point.
Oh
if
my
you're
gosh.
serious about it. No?
That's terrible.
No?
But it does show how heavy he has, like you said, the guilt, and that stuff weighs on him. Definitely different. It was nice, refreshing to see him again, that character.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, he's the person that's been closest or tied closest to whoever this person is, which they sort of opened that back up. There was a line last episode that that it was one of the trainees was a red herring, so it could be anyone at this point. It could be Liam or Miranda, or still Simon at this point. I guess it's not clear. There was another. Geez, what was I wrote it down here? Where is it? They said, and we can talk about Miranda, because she's always seems to be like our sort of oracle of the show.
She is,
if you will. A lot of the things that she says are giving us, the audience, clues as to what's supposed to be really happening here. There's something about small mistakes have big consequences. We saw that with Liam and the mistake with the guns. But I was trying to figure out, are there any mistakes Alex has made that, she didn't, I guess, obey the voice, so Natalie died, but that is a terrorist.
Yeah.
But maybe it's pointing to how they're going to catch the voice. I don't have anything better to call this person, I guess,
I
other than the voice.
don't know. Did she? You're saying she said that in present day?
She said that, I think during the training montage.
Oh, okay.
Was it small mistakes have big consequences? Also that, only with a conviction can you, I guess, rest your case or something, because they're doing that whole exercise.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe she's. I can't think of something that Alex did. Yeah. Besides, she talked. Obviously, her dad. When Liam brings that up,
of course.
But it's funny you called Miranda the Oracle, because I think also when Nima talks, there's a lot of sanity that comes out of that. When she talks, like she was talking to Alex about Ryan.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of things make sense when a lot of other people are always just like, not crazy, but just like all over the place, and obviously they have a lot of storylines going on and a lot of intentions. And I feel like when Nima talks, it's just stuff that makes sense. Very grounded. Yeah.
Well, and there's also something she was saying to one. She gets Ryan to go see Alex up at the cabin there in the woods, and then
maybe she just gets that.
Yeah, and then when she's riding back in the car with Alex, she tells Alex that Ryan still cares about you, and I know that you care about him, and it's like there are Ross and Rachel of our show,
totally. And then they had that phone call moment.
They did. That was a very nice moment.
And tell me, you thought it was somebody else at the door.
Yeah,
because I thought Simon went up in flames.
Well, yeah, they kind of misdirect us that he's got the smile on his face as he's lighting up the camera. I'm like, how did he get out of there? Who knows? Magic TV. But I thought for a moment there that they weren't going to show us. I thought it was going to be one of those where they end the episode like, hello.
I was ready
cut
to get
to black,
so
credits. Mad. Like, please don't do that. Oh, thank God. Thank God you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Do that to us, because that would be probably somewhat painful. Like, just tell us. It's episode 14. We only have, 8 episodes of show to go.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know. Anything else? You got anything?
Not from the character specifically. I was happy about this episode. I thought it was pretty cool. I liked the way it moved. And I liked the stories that were discussed in it. So good episode.
Absolutely.
For Quantico.
Yeah, very good. Let's shout a couple people out that were on our radar this week.
Go ahead. A lot of good Twitter talk too.
Tweets.
I was gonna say Twitter talk, but I just said Twitters.
There was one from I'm gonna say Marisha at _long story bro _ great handle.
It's an
fantastic
awesome handle. Yes.
Who gave us her Myers-Briggs score from, or Myers-Briggs, what is it? Not score.
Personality test.
Personality test.
Yeah.
I forget what the thing's called. From last week's episode. That was really cool. And we also found out yours. ENFP, yes?
Yes.
Who would have known?
Did you memorize it?
It's only one letter off from mine.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Mine's INFP, yours is ENFP.
ENFP, yeah.
Yeah, you're the enthusiast.
And it's funny, my cousin wrote and said she's the same. I think that's my phone.
Maybe.
She sorry, I'm trying to turn that static off. So I was like, yeah, because we're very, very similar people, so my bad.
Who are the other famous ENFPs? Did you see that part of your thing?
No, I didn't see that. Maybe it wasn't on this test, because this was like a shorter version.
Yeah,
there were only 4 pages.
The one that she tweeted the link of,
you did?
Marisha, that it was like, it showed me mine. I was like Jude Law and John Mayer. Or something like that. Yeah.
No, I didn't get that.
Maybe you didn't read far enough. You got any people to shout out from YouTube? Anything?
There was so much.
Yeah.
That
any good ones that caught your eye?
I'm just really excited about this and going forward. Yeah, I mean, some people just saying that how much they love the season. See, and someone on here, you know what? I'll shout out their name right now. It's Pretty Data. So it's PRETYDADA. She said, call me crazy, but she was sure that Natalie did it too. So I'm like, thank you. We didn't feel crazy. Yeah. She thinks that it was with somebody else, but that she totally did it. And of course, she's not dead.
You don't think they don't think she's dead now?
She didn't think she was dead. Yeah.
After the bombing, or after the bomb went off?
Yeah.
Wow. I think she's definitely dead at this point. We did see her down there with that computer and the bomb went off, but
there's a lot. I just really enjoy the discussion that these guys are having, so keep it up.
There is a great discussion going on down there. Someone also said, I don't remember who it was, but that they pointed out that the episode title is always the last word of the episode. Right,
which was really... thanks for that. That's why we were not sure about clear for the last episode, because nothing was clear, but now we get it with answer.
Yeah.
So...
It was more about answering a phone, not giving us
an answer. So that's pretty cool.
To who is the thing.
I thought that was interesting.
Answer the phone. That was the thing I wrote down on my paper. Answer that phone. Yeah, I think we're going to get closer within the next few episodes. But
it's a lot left.
Is a lot like a prediction.
Yeah.
Wow. Johnny on the spot in there in the booth.
Lights every time.
Way to be, man. Way to be. I will ask you.
Yes.
As part of my prediction, is Caleb dirty?
I don't want to answer this.
Not do you not want him to be dirty, but is he dirty? He's got the double personality or double identity or whatever you want to call that. He kind of, nearly made out with Will, I guess, or something. Yeah.
I think he's too comfortable with, being that kind of double-sided person. My answer is yes. My answer is yes.
Oh, wow.
And I have thought this for a while. Okay. I really don't want him to be, and I'm hoping, because he's just so nice in the other sides of him, and it doesn't seem fake.
Him to be the person, because he's so good.
Yes, but usually you think psycho, and you can tell, he's not, he really, like you said with Shelby, he was helping her so much, and I don't know, I think because of the past that he got caught up in that, I can't think, not clan.
The cult or whatever.
Cult. Yeah. Thank you. He got caught up in a cult. I think that because of that he's easily brainwashed,
or is he still brainwashed? Maybe
still brainwashed, but I don't think I think you could still be a nice person. Do you know what I mean? Those are.
Well, it would be part of your cover if you're essentially undercover for the cult or.
I don't know. Whoever. I think there's something with him there, and I don't know. But his obsession with finding the truth, I think, might fuel that fire. So I hate to say it, but yes, I do think he has something to do with something. So
Fantasy Stats Guru in the YouTube chat.
Never mind. I'll just actually say it. I was going to say it so it'd be easier. But, I don't know if it's he or she, but they're saying that they think he's dirty as well.
Yay! Okay. I'm so glad. Thanks, guys, for writing in a timely manner. That's awesome.
Thank you so much for watching live as well.
But you hate it too, right? Because he's so cute.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy, but but that would, lead me to believe that he could be dirty. That's, I mean, there's certainly,
and I think there's something with his mom too. Still,
his mom
still to be seen, but who knows?
Like they're in cahoots together, perhaps.
Maybe.
I would buy it. I still think Elias is probably alive. That's another one of my predictions.
The guy who jumped out the window?
No, I'm just joking.
You're with Pretty Dada.
I'm just joking. I mean, his dad is what I mean, Clayton.
Oh,
Clayton.
okay.
I think he's still alive.
I was like, what?
Just seeing if you were paying attention.
Yeah.
Or I said the wrong name. Can't tell. I think he's dirty. I mean, they seem to be steering us that way, so it would make a lot of sense. It can't be Raina. That to me is that would be too much of a trope.
Yeah.
I don't think they would do that to us in the show. Like that just seems kind of dumb. So it could be him, but I don't know if they would let us know this early on. So then I'm still like,
there's a lot left. Well, I think this is what's hard about predictions for the show, because the big one obviously is who done it, and so that's not going to change until. I mean, it could change, but for now, like my biggest two are Caleb and Liam. Liam because I didn't like how, with the history he had with Alex, how he turned on her when she woke up in the middle of Grand Central. So that really irked me.
Yeah, you don't think that was some way for him to like protect her? Maybe
no, he was after her. He wanted her head on a platter. So
yeah, maybe.
You know, that's from back in the day, but
I suppose
those are my predictions. I think that we're gonna hopefully find out a little more. I mean, every week they have the cool exercises and stuff. I love that. I love the driving of this one.
Yeah, that was cool.
Episode.
Getting fast and furious there in their cars. I'm still not sure about Liam. Since they did open it back up that it could be Miranda or Liam, it would make some kind of sense. But the two of them have been too helpful. I don't know. I get that Liam makes a lot of mistakes. He's not the sharpest person there, but I don't know. I don't get that. We also saw that the campus is under attack next episode. By whom?
Yes,
we don't know.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. I'm kind of irked by that. That's like a whole new direction.
Or is that just a training exercise?
Ooh.
It could totally be one of those.
Good call.
It could be one of those things like, the campus is under attack. What would you do in this scenario? Haha, we got you.
True.
And you failed.
Absolutely. Because we arranged it that way.
And you failed everything. Because you're supposed to be backing up your other agents or something like that. I don't know. Jumping in the line of fire for them. Who knows?
Well, can I just say something?
You may say anything you like.
First of all, Kanika, girl, we're missing you.
Oh, yes, Kanika.
She'll be
back. We do miss you. She will be back.
2, exceptional job on projecting today.
Oh, thanks so much. I've been working so hard at it.
Yeah, no, you did a great job.
Well, if you can understand me, that's all I care about.
Yes, it is.
And on that lovely note of compliment from the Italian stallion herself, just like Rocky Balboa, she can fight. I believe it.
I love Rocky, so it's all good.
So good. We're gonna get out of here. Andrea, where can people find you?
You guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I have a show, Billions, also you can check out if you're watching that show. And like I said, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, all social media at Andy Fasano.
Yeah, you can follow me also at Isaac Johnson on Twitter, the Isaac Johnson on Instagram. Also check out Cocktail Cinema. This week, we're going to go see Batman vs. Superman and see if it sucks or not. I don't think it will, but who knows? It could be great. And it's 2.5 hours. I'm seeing it at 1 a.m., so pray for me. That's what you can save your prayers for.
I will.
Yes.
You chose that, though. So.
Yeah, I did choose it, because I love it. Cool. We will see you next week, folks.
Yeah, bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.